and welcome to Radio Respi Show! I'm your host for today's episode, Attorney Lane, and today we have two of our best lawyers here in our firm. Introduce yourselves.
Hi guys, my name is Attorney Eman.
Hi guys, I'm Attorney Renz.
And for the first episode today, it's a very interesting topic. It's called Men in the Shadows. Why is there no violence against men? Violence against men is actually an issue that doesn't nearly get the attention it deserves. Do you agree?
Exactly.
Yep.
And we don't really have comprehensive laws about it.
Mhm.
So I guess to kick things off, I want to ask you, bakit sa tingin nyo hindi gaanong recognized or legislated ang violence against men compared to violence against women?
Here you go.
Well, based on general statistics, hindi binibigyan ng importance yung violence against men due to the fact that based on history and based on biases by the society, mostly, sinasabi nila, women lang yung na-abuse, women lang yung taken advantage of, let's say in rape, in those kinds of cases. But that's not true. Not anymore in this day and age. There are a lot of issues with respect to violence against men, violence against husbands, violence against boyfriends, or even ex-boyfriends, right?
Right.
I mean, marami na naman tayo naririnig na crazy girlfriends, crazy ex-girlfriends. So, may violence against men. It's existing. I'm not sure if dumadami siya, but it's still existing. Attorney Renson.
Yep. And I think, tama naman sabi ni Attorney Eman. And I think, to answer that question, no, hindi na natin kailangan lumayo. We can look at the VAUSI itself, no? Bakit ba may VAUSI? It's because treated as special, parang may special protection against women in view of the historical and institutional abuses against them. So, by analogy, pwede lang sabihin na walang VAMSI or violence against men and their children precisely because yung paningin sa kanila ng batas is hindi pa kailangang bigyan ng special protection under the law yung nangyayari against them. Although, of course, as we're gonna discuss today, baka nagbago na.
Right.
Baka kailangan na.
Right. Personally, as a woman, I think even growing up, men were painted as incapable of being victims. They're always strong and maybe even macho. So, for example, in the laws here, violence against women and their children, there are certain violence that are listed specifically that can be committed against women. So, for example, physical violence, emotional, psychological, even economic violence,
Yep.
right? So, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think men can also be victims of these violence?
Well, the short answer to that is yes. But again, if we're gonna talk about policy and legislation, the question we have to answer is not only that an issue is happening,
Right.
it's whether or not that issue is systematic enough or institutional enough that it has to be addressed through legislation.
Yeah.
So yes, it does happen, pero I think ibang usapan na kasi. Kung talagang widespread ba siya, common ba siya, embedded ba siya. Kasi kung ilang-ilang, lang yan, bullied husband lang yan, shout out kay Nico Bolzico, right? Baka maging guest siya. But yun nga, kung ilan lang naman yung bullied husbands, then baka, kahit nangyayari siya, hindi pa necessary to elevate it to the level of a legislation.
Right. So basically, Attorney Renz, you're saying that there is no clamor yet that necessitates a law.
Wala pang documented clamor for it. Kasi baka meron, pero wala lang efforts to document it through a plebiscite ba, survey ba, or what.
Right.
So, siguro hindi lang siya as well documented pa.
I think that's also the problem. Meaning, like, hindi lumalapit eh.
Yeah.
Hindi lumalapit yung men because like you were saying, macho yung idea natin of men
Right.
and boys in general because yun yung na-ingrain sa utak nila. Meaning, they can't go out and spread the fact that they were abused,
Yep.
na-scam sila, kasi masisira yung integrity nila. Integrity nila, malaki kasi yung integrity ng isang lalaki for himself. And that's what his ego or pride. And yun lang yung sad part, unfortunately, that mahirap i-enforce or mahirap papuntahin sa Congress
Yeah.
because konti yung humaharap
Yeah.
or yung lumalabas.
Definitely. So I think we're gearing towards societal norms now and
Mhm.
perception of men. Uh, so in your experience as a lawyer, how does this impact clients that you've handled who are actually realistically victims of violence, the male? How did you deal with this, and what were the challenges that you encountered?
Well, number one, legislation.
Mm.
What is the law
Mm.
that we're going to use to enforce their rights?
Right.
Actually, yeah.
There's the laws. There's the civil code, the revised penal code for
Mhm.
criminal laws or for criminal acts,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not sufficient.
Mhm.
It's not sufficient in the sense that it's non-existing.
Mhm.
There are laws, physical injuries. That's a possible case, but to use it as a means for the men
Mhm.
to have the necessary remedies
Mhm.
to help them alleviate the injustices or the damages that occurred,
Mhm.
dun nagkakaroon ng stopgap.
Mhm.
Because we cannot go through, or there's this difficulty in going through with the case considering the lack of machinery that we have and the
Mhm.
lack of jurisprudence, considering nga ever since hindi nga lumalapit yung mga lalaki.
Right.
So the jurisprudence that we have, the case laws that we study and the law students study,
Mhm.
does not help in alleviating the needs of men.
Yeah, I agree. And siguro to piggyback on Attorney Eman's point, no. As lawyers kasi parang our practice relies on the intertwining of the law, yung sinabi
Mhm.
natin naman, and yung facts ng case, yung
Right.
client.
Yeah.
So kung at first blush pa lang, at first instance pa lang, hesitant na yung lalaki
Mhm.
magkwento.
Right.
Kahit
yeah.
kasi may batas tayo,
Mhm.
hindi na natin malalaman kung paano i-apply yung batas.
Mhm.
So that's why I always tell my clients, male or female, na
Mhm.
ma'am, safe space to. Ma'am, sir, safe space to. Tell me anything.
Mhm.
Tanggalin niyo yung inner sensor sa utak ninyo.
Mhm.
Dapat malaman ko kung ano exactly nararamdaman nyo. Tsaka natin problemahin kung may grounds ba siya or what. So I
Mhm.
think kung dun pa lang, hindi na ganun ka-expressive yung males
Mhm.
because of, societal standards, what have
Mhm.
you. Yun na. Deadly na yun in itself. Tapos i-combine mo pa sa kakulangan ng batas na sinabi
Right,
natin ni
yeah.
Eman. Talagang lethal na siya. Wala na. Talagang hanggang kwentuhan na lang yung...
Mhm.
But I think it's better, no? Parang if may law na
Yeah.
geared towards that.
Yeah.
Pero kasi kung gagamitin natin yung general laws
Mahirap.
that we have, like physical injuries or
Yeah.
estafa or
Yeah, but
damages.
it's not always physical kasi yung
Yeah,
violence.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, domestic violence is not limited
Very
to
broad siya.
Oh, yeah, physical. I mean, at this day and age, women also earn.
Mhm.
Diba? They can also be breadwinners. In
Yeah.
fact, I know a lot of very strong independent women who are
Breadwinners.
breadwinners. So, and it's also not uncommon to know
Mm.
men who stay at home, who hold down the fort,
Yep.
right? So they're also susceptible to the abuses.
Yeah, certainly.
So, since you mentioned cases, for example, how about you, Attorney Ranson?
Mm.
Have you encountered a case, or maybe even handled a case where your client was a victim of violence, and what were the challenges that you encountered there?
Yeah, well, did I have consultations already na male yung biktima? Yes.
Mhm.
Did it move past the consultation stage na nag-file ba kami ng kaso or meron bang engagement
Mhm.
to draft any instrument? Very rare. And I
Very
guess dun babalik tayo sa issue of the stereotype, the stigma of males
Mhm.
sharing their problems. Kasi yun na nga, Attorney Eman made a good
Mhm.
point on this. Kulang yung batas, kulang yung jurisprudence.
Mhm.
Para magkaroon ka ng jurisprudence, kailangan may magpa-file ng case.
Yeah.
And walang nagpa-file ng case. So hindi mo makaklose yung loop in that sense. So talagang mahirap. Yun yung
yeah.
biggest challenge namin.
Mhm.
Getting our clients to open up and then
Mhm.
finding the law applicable. Kasi
so open up pa lang mahirap
open
na.
up pa lang
right?
mahirap na. Talagang
Yeah.
man of few words. Yun yung stereotype sa Filipino men eh. So I think yun pa lang. And then yun, nako-compound pa ng pahirapan pa maghanap ng jurisprudence.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we cannot remove yung prejudice sa society. So, I think you made this point a while ago, attorney, na talagang systematic na siya.
Mhm.
Yung question mark na lang is, enough ba siya to legislate?
Yeah.
I think yun yung, I don't know, I'm not sure din kung enough na siya.
If it's enough to legislate, no. Because I don't know, because I don't think there is even statistics
Mhm.
that exists to prove abuse in men, and even if there are, I don't think it's that reliable, because as you said
Yeah.
earlier, sa pag-speak up pa lang, pahirapan na.
Pahirapan na, yes.
Right. Yeah. So, let's say that it happens talaga, no, that we legislate on laws protecting men from violence. What do you think, or in your opinion as a lawyer, what do you think are should be the contents or highlights of this law?
I think yung mga how women abuse men.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, kung ano lang din yun sa VAUSI,
Mhm.
because it's existing. There are
Right.
physical violence committed. There are psychological violence na ginagawa rin.
Mm-hmm.
Economic abuse, specifically.
Mm.
Kasi dumadami na yung love scams.
Right. Yeah.
And marami akong
Mm.
na-consult na love scam. But, yun nga, sinasabi namin kanina pa, that how do we explain to the client
Mhm.
what is the proper avenue for us, or
Mhm.
the main law to use in order to further their interests.
Mm-hmm.
So, bumabalik pa rin dun sa lack of
Lack of
legislation. So, what we need is yung equality nga talaga.
yeah.
Equality with respect to
Any
what is
gender.
happening now.
Yeah.
And it is happening. And the lack of the legislation in that respect is a hindrance for us to properly provide
Yun.
the remedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And yun din siguro to piggyback on that, yung education part, siguro, kasi most likely, kakopehin lang yan ng Congress.
Mhm.
Most likely with a few edits niya, no, amendments.
Mm-hmm.
Siguro, but I think what should be unique for the male counterpart ng VAUSI is yung provisions natin, not only on the education part, to educate not only the police, but males in general, no, to speak out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think yung institutions natin nasasalo doon sa males natin na kapag yung mental health issues nila and other
Right,
forms of
right,
violence, no. Kasi I mean it's ongoing sa world ngayon. Males are more susceptible to, you know, to die by suicide. That's
Really?
supposed, by
Talaga?
statistics.
Wow. Okay.
Mas may propensity. That's across the board,
Mm.
not only sa Philippines but also sa ibang bansa.
Yeah.
Does that automatically mean violence against them? Not
Mhm.
necessarily, but again, it could be an indicator na
Mhm.
may mali sa society.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess dapat may provision din for that.
Mhm.
I don't know, meron bang roving caravan dyan na nag-check up? I don't know.
Mhm.
But I think that's a blossoming epidemic, if I can call it that, no,
Yeah.
that we have to address. Kasi nga, males do not speak out as well as women.
They keep
I
it
think,
in.
yeah, they keep it in.
Yeah.
Pusong bato, parang ganun, no?
Mm.
FPJ. So I guess someone has to speak up for us if we can't do it sa amin. No? So I think, yun din, mahalaga rin mag-capacity building with yung female counterparts ba na human rights advocates din. So I
Yeah.
think vital rin yung provisions na ganun.
I want to circle back to that later, no? But I heard something that Attorney Eman said that parang resonated with me, because I've also experienced consultations with clients like that. Yung love scam. So, yeah, because it really is happening. It's actually surprisingly,
Yeah.
diba? It's prevalent pala here in the Philippines. Speaking of legislation that protects it, so, you know, I also learned it from one of my clients na in some countries there are laws that protect from love scam. For us, I think the closest we get is estafa,
Yeah.
but then again, it's still quite different. Basically, my point is that the love scam law is not really specific to men, but it also protects them,
Mhm.
and something that's lacking here, I think,
Yeah.
in the Philippines.
So, we also need a
We
Love
also
scam.
need
Pwede.
So, pwede.
Pero mahirap siguro
Mahirap.
i-define in our
Yeah.
context. I don't know about you, attorneys, no?
Mm,
May nako-consult ko na love scams, usually foreigner.
same. Yeah.
So, I don't know, baka pahirapan kung mag-legislate ng ganun. Kasi
Yeah.
di ba kung puro foreigner
Mm.
siya,
Mm-hmm.
to all our foreigner friends, no? Important, you're important, guys. But of course, when it comes to Philippine legislation,
Yeah.
the first and foremost question na tatanungin ng legislators natin is, sino ba yung target market?
Yeah.
Kasi kung foreign males, baka hindi ganun kalakas yung clamor.
Correct.
But I think, kailangan pa rin. Pero ang hirap i-define. No?
Yeah.
But I think yung love scam, no, it just occurred after the pandemic or during the pandemic.
Or nag-exacerbate siya.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So parang naging avenue siya for other people to scam
Naging
using love stories
professionals
o
na ngayon.
emotional stories para lang bigyan ng pera. Then,
Correct.
Pro
But
na
it's
ngayon
hard to
yun.
prove, kasi it's easy to say, totoo naman that I loved you at that
Ah.
time. Diba? Tapos na-turn off ako.
Hindi ko naman kasalanan, binigyan mo ako ng pera.
Oo nga tulong mo yun, sabi mo Diba?
Yun yung problema rin sa pag-define yun. So, I don't know.
Let's leave it
Mahirap.
to Congress.
Diba? Kasi pwedeng sabihin ng babae na, wala naging bato na yung puso ko, wala na. So, fraud ba yun?
Yeah.
Diba? Ang hirap. Misrepresentation ba yun?
Yeah. And I think there's already, I don't know, I think if there is that wide of a economic gap between the parties, that's already something to think about or be careful with. Kasi ang hirap to say
Mahirap
that the
siya.
playing field will be equal for both if in the very beginning there's such a gap.
Pero mahirap
Yeah,
I remember Supreme Court palaging sinasabi yan kapag business investments. Sinasabi niya na the court will not protect those individuals who made bad investments.
Yeah.
So baka ganun din yung sabihin ng Congress no, we're not gonna protect you kasi na-fall ka sa maling tao, di ba?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, baka ganun. So ang hirap kasi i-define Paano mo i-define yung love scam?
I think yung upside dun, pag nagkaroon ng love scam law, at least ma-define na kung ano yung love.
Yun din.
Yun ba yung totoong intention mo, Attorney Renz?
Sabi,
pinopromote
na-define
mo
na
yun?
ng Supreme Court ano yun? The heart
The heart
has reasons.
said
Which reason
yeah.
does not know.
Understand.
Yun. So very vague pa. Hindi pa
Uy.
pwedeng ilagay sa pleading.
Oo.
So
Or
at
hindi
least,
pa ma-invoke.
tama sa Attorney Eman, ma-define na siya.
Yeah.
Pero baka kasi contest sa... Malamang i-contest yun sa Supreme Court. Yung definition.
Oo,
How can
syempre.
Congress define love?
Yun.
Yeah.
Tapos, ang gusto kong ponensya nito, si Justice Leonen.
Yun.
Magandang jurisprudence
Good read
on.
too.
50
Yeah.
pages, pero magandang jurisprudence.
I think our law students would be excited also.
Yes, parang Scott Peck level na reading.
Yeah.
Pero na-define sa VAUSI yung definition ng romantic relationship.
Yun
Yun.
din
Baka
pwede.
in love doon.
Oo.
Nako, pwede.
Yeah.
Hindi
So-
lang sexual yun, ha?
Yeah. Speaking of that, would you agree ba already na even though they haven't met each other, it's just communications online. Do you think that can fall under the definition of romantic relationships?
mahirap.
Na?
Parang e-commerce act yan. The mere fact na electronic yung evidence, hindi pwedeng i-invalidate. So baka ganun.
So baka ganun din.
ganun. Hindi porket online nakita. But yeah, difficult. Sa VAUSI Butter ni Eman, di ba, aside from sexual,
Basta
pwedeng
magkaroon
dating
ng
eh.
intimate, Basta
Yeah.
intimate sila. I mean, hindi naman, intimate does not mean sexual. Intimate,
Mm.
yung nag-uusap kayo,
Mhm.
na parati kayo nag-uusap, nagbibigayan kayo ng gifts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that can be a possible.
So Attorney Eman, pwede ba yung situationship?
Oh, pwede ba yun?
Pwede ba
Oo.
Medyo mahirap
mahirap.
yun. Kasi hindi natin alam kung yung
Ano yung
relationship
situationship? Kasi kahit sila mismo hindi alam yung situationship. Yeah, hirap.
Yeah.
Hirap i-define.
Oh, and I think because sobrang bilis ng advancement ng technology, sobrang hirap din mag-catch
Yeah,
up.
yep.
Because it's not snap of your
Hindi.
finger, there's a new law na needs to be really studied. But the advancement, the innovation, it doesn't wait
ang
for
bilis,
anybody. And it's so easy to adapt right now. Speaking of innovation pala, and technology, how do you think we can use technology to actually perpetuate awareness that men can be victims to, and to put out their societal awareness about this topic? Definitely, this is one way that we're doing it right now, diba?
yeah.
But as lawyers, what else do you think is our responsibility to promote awareness that there's a gap between men and protecting men also in our legislation?
Well, as lawyers and litigators, I think we have to further the fact that these men who consult with us with respect to their concerns and what is happening to them, just to push them to file a case.
Mhm.
Push them that
Yeah.
it's a risk. All in litigation naman, risk
Yeah.
naman
Risk
yan.
na.
Hindi naman,
You
hindi
may
naman
or
100.
may not win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hindi naman 100%. But, if we continue, if we go to court, then it reaches the Supreme Court, at least magkakaroon na ng awareness that
Mhm.
it happens.
Mhm.
We will not settle. We will not agree to anything, but continue with the case and trust the justice system will look at our case and see the fact that meron nga talagang abuse.
Mm.
Economic, psychological, or physical.
Mm.
So, if we go through that avenue or through the legal process on how it works
Mhm.
and trust the justice system, then at least magkakaroon na ng awareness
Yeah.
sa Supreme Court, sa Court
Yeah.
of Appeals, or sa RTC na may case na ganito. And at least magkakaroon na tayo ng opening in that
Mm.
sense na
Yeah.
it's a start.
Yeah.
We just need just one step lang
Yeah.
so that we can open the Pandora box of
Mm.
what is really happening.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's a really good point. I agree. Kasi I think violence against men was discussed. I think it's been discussed before, but it's discussed more openly ever since the Depp versus Heard case.
Mhm.
Right? That blew up social media. I mean, it's out there. You can read every detail. I think even the transcription
Transcripts,
is there. So I think it got people talking ulit that men can be victims also.
Mhm, I
I'm
agree.
not saying that Amber Heard was not a victim, but I'm
Mm.
saying that a man can also
Man
be
can
a
also be
victim with the
Certainly.
facts of the case.
Yeah. naman. Tsaka I mean, we live in a world of trends. Yun
Mhm.
yung sabi natin ni kanina na, yun nga, how will we use technology? So, siguro as lawyers, pwede natin i-piggyback yung trends eh.
Mhm.
Parang, kung may wave of, yun nga, yung Heard and Depp case, no?
Mhm.
As lawyers, pwede tayong mas mag-open up sa clients natin na, sir, safe space naman to. Paintindi natin na,
Mhm.
yun nga, sabi natin ni Eman, na the justice system, ultimately, at the end of the day,
Mhm.
may kalalagyan yung resolution, yung case nila eh.
Yeah.
So, I think, paintindi lang natin yun, then, yun lang siguro, I think that's the best thing we can do as lawyers and litigators.
Right. Yeah.
Kasi ultimately, at the end of the day, kung ayaw nila magkaso,
Mhm.
that's up to them.
It's up to them.
Kung yung resolution ng case, that's up to the judge.
Mhm.
As lawyers, the best we can do is really just have them open up and advocate as best we can.
Yeah.
I think yun lang.
Since we're encouraging men to speak up now, are you aware or do you think there are any support systems also for them if ever they do speak up that are available?
Right now?
Yeah. Are you
Wala.
aware of any?
Wala rin eh. Because
Wala bang bullied husbands club
Nako.
dyan that you mentioned kanina?
Yeah, si Nico. Baka pwede maging
yung
guest.
chairman natin.
Oo.
Well, I think yung choir sa VAUSI, yung women's desk in the
Mhm.
police stations, in DSWD, in the barangay,
Mhm.
lahat yan because of VAUSI.
Mhm.
So because there's a
Yeah.
legislation for it, nagkaroon ng women's desk
Yeah.
to protect women and the children.
And there's special training for that, diba? You
Yun
need
na nga,
to
diba?
have
So may
special
appropriations pa.
skills to
So,
address women.
It's because of the law
Mhm.
na merong desks or
Mhm.
merong special departments
Mhm.
in the government agencies to assist women and their
Mm.
children. But with men, unfortunately, wala pa because nga,
Mhm.
wala pang legislation and there's no appropriate public funds to support
Mm.
that. So, because of that, wala pang.
Ayun. Unfortunately nga wala. But I
Yeah.
guess, we can use this podcast to encourage din yung family members nyo lang muna.
Mhm.
Basic unit of society naman.
Yeah.
So, habang hindi pa na-legislate, siguro let's start changing the mentality sa households natin
Yeah.
na hindi makapag-share yung kahit anak, kahit toddler eh.
Yeah.
'Di ba? How was your day? Ganun na lang. Tapos kapag naging teenager yan, imbes na pagalitan mo na papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako, yung mga ganung lines, no? Maybe we can foster a more encouraging environment sa bahay.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually the legislation will just come.
Yeah.
And if it does not come, at least nag-start na sa family level.
Yeah. because I think it starts there in the family, in the basic education, yung core value. It's really put there in you. Like for example, like ako as a woman, I was allowed to cry. Nadapa ka, you're allowed to cry, ganyan. But if you're a man, pag like if you're a boy, little boy, pag nadapa ka, you're not always gonna be like, it's okay,
Papagalitan
it's
ka ba?
okay. Huwag kang umiyak.
Ba't ka umiiyak?
Oo, ganyan.
Kaya nga nung bata ako sinasabi sa akin, ba't ka umiiyak? Kala ko ba brave ka?
Yun,
Parang nagkakaroon
yeah.
ng mentality na dapat lalaki malakas.
Mhm.
Huwag ka umiyak. Or if iiyak ka, ilunukin mo na lang.
Yeah.
Because lalaki ka. So, not malakas ka. So, yung integrity ng man, yung to go back to Attorney Renson said na parang maraming lalaki nagsusuicide, it's because they're keeping it inside.
Yeah.
So, when they keep it inside, ayaw nila masira yung integrity nila as a man.
Yeah.
Kung ano yung perceived value nila sa society. Kaya, sasabog na lang sila. And sadly, nagsusuicide.
Yeah, definitely. So, on a lighter note, no, do you know any cases or have you experienced handling cases na yung result niya is justice naman or good naman for men who did speak up, you know, to encourage our listeners and watchers of this podcast?
Meron ba?
Meron ba?
Si Johnny Depp.
Oh, Johnny Depp, yeah.
Yun na lang, siguro. But, meron ba? Yun nga kasi, walang nag-speak up din eh.
Yeah.
So, I guess yun yung challenge. We won't know until someone's brave enough to actually have that filed before the court.
And reach even Supreme Court, maybe
Yes.
can overturn some,
Yung, baka may doctrine, di ba?
Yeah.
Kung may Maria Clara doctrine, baka may, I don't know,
yeah.
Kapitan Tiago doctrine, ba? Or Juan Crisostomo Ibarra doctrine. We don't know.
Yeah. Or kahit yung leniency na lang. Na
Yun
parang,
yung challenge, I guess.
Yeah.
We won't know.
Acknowledgement.
We won't know kung may kasong successful until magkaroon ng kaso.
Oh, I want to add to that, Attorney Renzo. Kasi nga while I was researching, I found cases dating back to 1930s, 1950s, at saka it still stands, It still stands yung perception na a man would not sit idly by, parang ganyan, a man would protect his honor. No, but it's important to note, like what you said, that mental health matters and everybody has different coping mechanisms. So I don't know, maybe you're right, if it reaches the court, maybe even yung mga ganyang doctrines na lang, maybe it can be overturned, right? Yung expectations, and I think that would be a big help already.
Yeah, we trust the gods in Padre Faura. Ganun yung ano nila eh. Yun yung kasi 'di ba ultimately they can set doctrines absent legislation. Tas yung sa Supreme Court Avenue pa hindi pa as politicized. Ang mahirap sa legislation depende kung ano yung hot issue eh. Yung Supreme Court natin stands above the fray of politics, 'di ba? So may opening. So all we have to do is really find that case. Baka meron. So yun, encouragement to file the case na lang.
Yeah. I'm down to my last two questions. But this second to the last question, I reserved it for this actually because I think it's a bit heavy, but it gets you thinking also. Do you think that intersectionality plays a big part also? So do you think there are certain groups, there's a group of men, but do you think there are certain groups of men that are more oppressed than the others by virtue of their, I don't know, like maybe race, maybe by their socio-economic status, ganyan. Do you think it plays that factor also? Because it definitely plays it plays a factor in women.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that women who are strong and independent do not get abused, because they do. But women who are housewives, stay at home, the one who holds down the fort, they are systematically more oppressed than women who have their own money. So I'm also asking that about men. Do you think that intersectionality matters also?
Yes, in the sense that I think it's a case-to-case basis. Hindi lang specific in section. Like, we can say that there are, true naman na mayroong babae na hindi takot sa asawa. That's true.
Yeah.
Baka nga yung asawa pa nila takot sa kanila eh. So, the men in those kinds of relationships are scared in the sense that may mali silang gawin, may backlash yan.
Yeah.
there's a perceived consequence of what might happen. And
Mhm.
this perceived consequence, based on the consultations and the cases that I handled,
Mhm.
is the use of the VAUSI. And the use of the VAUSI, specifically marital infidelity, psychological violence, economic violence,
Mhm.
ito yung ginagamit na tool ng women to further their interests, such as uh, pagbayad na lahat ng expenses ng mga bata.
Right. Yeah.
So, dahil doon, let's say nag-cheat yung husband.
Mhm.
I have one case, yun na yung nangyari, and pinapagbayad nung wife ng lahat ng expenses. Pero ayaw nung guy kasi wala naman siyang pera.
Yeah.
Mm.
So paano siya magbibigay ano yung bibigay niya if wala naman siyang
Yeah.
pera? So what can you demand if the person does not have anything?
Mhm.
But gagamitin yung VAUSI, tatakutin, threaten, and those kinds of relationships, I think, is the primary grouping or sector of
Mhm.
society that plagues the justice system and men in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yun
not sure
din.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think important yung intersectionality in this case kasi for example, if you're gonna look at successful women movements across the world, for example, yung suffragettes sa UK, right? You can't deny na meron din namang suffrage movements in other countries. Pero bakit naging successful din sa Europe? We can't deny na baka naging part dun yung race.
Yeah.
Most of those women are European, Caucasian. Maraming supporters ng suffragette movements. Entrenched siya sa elite classes ng Britain, for example. If you're gonna look at, yun nga, sa United States, yung women's rights issue na nakakaapekto sa people of color, kumbaga, nag-combine yung issue na yun na sumama na yung women's rights issues dun sa civil rights movement.
Yeah.
So, I guess yung intersectionality, it plays a crucial role in terms of amplifying
Mhm.
the issues that men are facing. And that will in turn rattle the cages of our legislators. Na
Yeah.
parang, uy, may clamor.
Grabe.
Kasi yun nga naman, kung men lang in general, baka walang clamor.
Yeah.
Pero imagine natin kung isang senador maging biktima ng violence against
Right. Yeah,
men and children.
definitely.
Yun yung intersectionality. People of power na naging biktima pa. So, mas malaki yung clamor.
Yeah.
Or for
correct.
example,
Agree.
halimbawa,
Oo.
may isang senator, siya yung sinapak. Hindi siya yung nanapak.
Yeah.
Yun, mas malakas yung clamor. So, yeah, intersectionality plays a good part.
Mhm.
Pero sana hindi lang dun mag-rely.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, that is a heavy topic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, loaded. So before we wrap up our podcast, do you have any final thoughts or advice for anyone that's listening or watching us, who might have experienced or is experiencing violence but is hesitant to speak up?
Yeah, so I guess yung message ko is, number one, yun nga, the silence that the stigma brings to men will never outweigh the trauma that we will bear forever. Right? The social stigma is just temporary. It could be, mababash ka niyan online for a week or two, and that's it.
Yeah.
But the trauma will live with us forever, so it's better to speak up right now. And, to piggyback on, to paraphrase the quote of Paddy Pimblett, UFC fighter, no? Na there's a stigma that when men are facing problems, dapat manahimik na lang. So, let's just, if that's your thinking sa mga kalalakihan dyan, na the only way out of your problem is either to be silent and still as a rock or to kill yourself, then definitely talk to someone. Kasi wala namang harm na mangyari if you're gonna talk to someone. So just open up. Who knows, baka siya yung maging doctrine, di ba?
Yeah.
So yeah, just speak up.
Well, for me, to ride on what Attorney Renson said, that don't be scared.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because being scared doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
If we stand still and think na parang, or think that we can fix it
Mhm.
on our own without the help of others, then that's going to be the problem.
Yeah.
Because by standing still and not expressing what we feel, I understand that it will be difficult, But that's fine because the difficulty will pass. Yung sinabi ni Attorney Renson, yung pahihiya or yung ipapahiya in online, it will pass.
Yeah.
So everything will pass. But the trauma, the experience, and the fact that it happened
Yeah.
does not fade away.
Yeah.
Although you forgive the person who committed you the psychological, the physical, or the economic violence, it still happened. So if it still happened, you will go through life without knowing whether you received the justice that you deserve and whether you are entitled to that justice.
Yeah.
So just speak up.
Yeah.
Nothing will happen. Take the risk.
Yeah.
And let's see for the future. Baka ikaw pa yung maging
Landmark case.
landmark
Yeah.
case.
Catalyst for change. Diba?
And the consultation is on.
This is
Nag-promote
Radio
pa tayo,
Rispi
no?
Show.
Thank you so much. If you can see here in our screen, we're gonna put the contact number. If you need help, if you need to speak up, we're gonna put the contact number here. You can see it on your screen so that you can reach out and get help. Attorney Renz, Attorney Eman, thank you for all your insightful
Yes.
contributions. Yeah. You know, I think it's so clear, and I think it's clear to our audience also that this issue, yung men being in the shadows and why there's no legislation, it's such a complex issue that actually entails legal reform and societal change.
Yes.
So we hope that this discussion has shed light on the importance of recognizing and protecting all victims of violence. So stay tuned for our next episode of Radio Rispi Show! Until then, stay informed, stay safe. Bye! The content of Radio Rescue Show is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. The views expressed are the personal opinions of our lawyers and guests and do not necessarily represent the views of Respicio and Call Law Firm. For specific legal advice, please consult a legal professional.